on my heart again. Said don't cry for me, sweet Annalie. You know you're the keeper of my stars. I love you and I want you, and you'll always draw me near. I'm just running from the pain in my heart. I'm just running from the pain in my heart. I'm just running from the pain in my heart.
Come on out, 1965, them boys were called upon. Some fist-fighting cowboys in them jungles of Vietnam. I'm an airborne man, baby. Drop me anywhere you please. Yeah, I'm one mean motherfucker. Don't you never double-cross me. 19 years old, doing the bidding for Uncle Sam. Desert boots strapped on my feet, machine gun in my head. I'm an airborne man, baby. Drop me anywhere you please. Y'all, I'm one mean motherfucker. Don't you never double cross me. Come on now. Strapped across my vest, 800 more, and I'm gonna pluck one in your chest. I'm an airborne man, baby. Drop me anywhere you please. Y'all, I'm one mean motherfucker. Don't you never double cross me. Oh, 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 motherfucker. Don't you never. I'm on me, motherfucker. So don't you never double cross me.
Wear a condom? We're in Fayetteville. No one gets STDs here.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up to the smoke pit. It's me, Radar. I said last week that I was going to try to get a co-host for tonight. I knew that Taryn wasn't going to be here, no TZ wasn't going to be here tonight, and I was like, you know what? I should get a co-host. And it fell by the wayside. I completely forgot to ask anybody and everybody. I just was like, fuck, everyone's busy. I'm not going to bug them. It's their night off. I'm not going to fuck with them. So no co-host because I didn't ask. I'm sure I would have had an outpouring of support had I asked for it. I did not. Which is fine. We're gonna have a short show. We're gonna have a short show again tonight because I'm in a lot of pain. If I'm honest, I should probably do something to mitigate some of that pain. But I try not to take a lot of painkillers and stuff, and I don't want to get all high before I get on the air. Sound like the good old days of WTF Nation Radio where people used to get like all fucked up during the show. I try not to do that. So yeah, but it's good. It's all good. Hey, I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm going to apologize about the lack of music at the beginning. Because there was an update to OBS that I just did earlier this morning, or like before I came on, and somehow my Go XLR, I had to update that too, like last week. And apparently now, when it used to just mute to my headphones and would go to the stream, and now it just mutes across the board, because why not? So now I know I need to keep it on in my earbuds while it's going. It's whatever. Yeah, King's busy on hump days too. He does his own thing. Got a live stream in 23 minutes at 18:30 my time, 19:30 Central, 20:30 Eastern. The actual King Smith will take all my viewers away. It's good. It's all good. So yeah, man, the world's going crazy still. You know, shit's happening around the world. So, apparently everybody's a Russia now. That's cool. So yeah, I guess we doing that. Let's see what else. What else has happened? It's warm. Finally, last week when I talked to you guys, it was like fucking cold as shit. Now it's like 60 degrees out, so that's cool. Let's see what else. What else? That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. I cleaned up my little area behind us a little bit. Got rid of my. I moved all my little planes. That shelf behind me used to. Now there's like 2 little planes on it. Actually, there's more that you can't see because of my chair. But I need to do something with that because it's like a mesh on top or like the little rails, and my little planes fall through it. So I had to put a piece of cardboard on it, but it's falling apart. So fuck it. It's all good. Let's see what else has been going on. 80 degrees there today, huh, Heath? That's cool. Dang, I wish it was 80. Well, no, because we actually still have quite a bit of snow here. So if we got 80, we'd have a mud hole. A lot of like the gravel roads and shit around here get like impassable because we had like fucking everything's melting. So my backyard, so the creek here is really weird. Spearfish Creek is one of well, there's a handful of bodies of water in the world, half dozen maybe, that freeze from the bottom up. And Spearfish Creek is one of those bodies of water that freezes from the bottom up. And so what happens? We get what's called ice flood. And so the ice builds up on the bottom of the creek bed, and then it gets high enough that it just floods everything around it. It's really slow. It's a really slow flood. It's kind of weird to watch. And so they were like, "Oh shit, yeah, we had to fucking freeze this out." And then what happens is my backyard freezes. Luckily, it has to be like below zero for like weeks to do that, and it was. And so I got flooding in my backyard, and then like seriously in like less than an hour, the other day when I think it was Monday, it just all melted. It was like, gone like that. It was just gone. Like all the water was like fucking gone. And like the ice melted enough on the bottom that it all just fucking like. I woke up. I let the dogs out. I can see that like my backyard is the creek, right? And I opened the door and let my dogs out. The water was in the backyard. Let the dogs in. I don't know, 20 minutes later. Still ice water back there. Fed the dogs. Then after I feed them, I let them out again. It still took about like another half hour. Opened the door and it was all gone. Water was gone. Crazy. So I had the van windows open while driving out here in Mississippi Coast. Comfortable day. Nice. Yeah. I did some running on Rapid City today, and it was like, yeah, it was like 60. The windows down. It was great. I love the fresh air, dude. I love the fresh air. Getting like after like being all locked up. You know what I mean? Like especially when it's that cold, and you just like you sprint inside and close everything up as fast as you can. It's so nice to get that fresh air through the house and just even be able to go outside and like walk to the mailbox and not like freeze your knees off. You know what I mean? Just to be able to do stuff like that. Go to the mailbox, let the dogs out, fucking whatever. It's cool to be able to be a person again. So, I don't really care if it gets to 80 just yet. I mean, I do love 80s. 80s temperatures, not 80s music or 80s pop culture or anything really about the 80s. I grew up in the 80s and I don't like the 80s then. I sure as fuck don't like them now. But, no, it's cool. I love that that's nice enough because you guys, I complain about it being cold, but I live in the north. Like it's supposed to be cold here. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be cold in Texas and Mississippi. Like you're not supposed to be like freezing and shit down there. Nah, that's cool. I'm glad you guys are warmed up. Hometown is still standing, but they're kind of talking about real life shit. What happened in your hometown, dude? Rich, what happened in your hometown? I want to know. I hope everything's okay. I hope it's still standing. I hope everything's good. So, let's see. What else? What else? No, that's about it. So, just God, we're just doing the same shit. What do you call a Chechen utility worker who visits KEG officers' homes? I don't know. What do you call him? El Rio Vato Loco. Nice. Now, what do you call him? What do you call a Chechen utility worker? I love it. I love jokes. Oh, is it kind of like what's the difference between pussy and weed? Is if you can smell pussy from, or if you can smell weed from across the room, that means it's good. Yeah. Anyway, that was a bad joke. I thought it was fucking funny. I'm just bad at delivery. That's why I could never be a comedian, because I'm just not good at the whole delivery of the jokes. I think it's too funny, and then I start getting all chuckly about it, and then I fuck up the delivery, and it's not so funny anymore. So, anyway, no, hey, thanks for hanging out tonight, though. Like, he's here, Franco's here, El Vato Locos Forever is here, fucking King Smith is here. Yeah, no, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here, guys. I should message Captain Wayne. Captain Wayne never messaged me after the other night, so I hope he's okay. I was okay. So, anyway, what else is going on? Oh, let's see. My VA claim, one of my VA claims got turned down. That was cool. I love how that happens. I was watching something though, and they were saying that like VA claims are getting processed like super fast right now, which is cool. They should be. They should always be fast. If I'm honest, I think VA claims should always be fast. I don't know why it takes fucking months to do. Like my temporary 100 after my knee surgery took fucking months. It took like 4 months to get that done. That was fucking bullshit. Like, you shouldn't take. It should be. It's supposed to be for when you're convalescing, like to cover your shit, right? Well, by the time that 4 months is over, you're basically done fucking convalescing. You know what I mean? So, let's see what else. Do. Oh, yeah, I do have a. I have a. Homeless shelter refused to open of extra beds, and it will lead to a freezing death of a person. What? No way. No way. That sucks. I wonder if there's more to that story. Because, like, sometimes, like, there's homeless shelters in Rapid. And when I was working when I was doing the Firewise deal, I worked actually with a lot of homeless veterans and the homeless community. We would reach out to the homeless community quite a bit. And they had some rules in their homeless shelters about like sobriety and stuff like that. So I wonder if maybe that had something to play with. I don't know, dude. I'm just playing devil's advocate a lot more. It sounds like it had a lot going on there. That sucks, dude. I don't think anybody should freeze to death simply because they can't afford a home. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to like, it's one thing to die, but I feel like I never want to freeze to death, and I never want to like drown. I feel like both of those would be fucking shitty. I feel like that'd be so shitty. So, oh, dude, I don't do the phone. I don't even have this shit to set up to like do it over the phone. So it's hard to, I can't have you call in. Let me see something. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I pushed a button and did something wrong. Okay. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Fucking people freezing to death. That would suck. I don't even know. I don't know how I want to die, but I know it's not like that. That is the last way I want to fucking die. It's freezing to death. No, thank you. So, hey, it's almost payday though. That's cool. Saw that shit. That's cool. I'm happy with payday. Oh, look at something here. The VA has 3 sites to navigate if you want to check benefits, check appointments, or fill RX. All require a separate login. No, if you have my VA, either through the app or on like myva.gov or va.gov, It's all on one site. You can do your benefits, check appointments, and fill your prescriptions all from there. My Healthy Vet's on there. You can get on and check all your shit. You can check your check the status of a claim. You can check your payment history. You can check your current disability ratings. You can make appointments. You can see your schedule of appointments. And you can check all of that stuff. You can order. You can from that site too. You can click and get it to like. You can get mileage for your appointments. You can do all that from VA.gov. You have to have a. You have to have a. What's that called? My ID or some shit. But yeah, you can download your letters on there. You can download all kinds of shit from VA.gov, myva.gov or whatever. VA.gov/myva. Yeah, you can do all that shit on there. It's pretty cool. So you can do the separate ones too, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But you can just do it on your deal. Does MyVA require you to reset your password like every 2 weeks? No, you use ID.me, and it says it'll send you to different sites. But you don't have to relog in or nothing. But no, you don't. I've had the same my ID.me whatever fucking password for everything, and it's the same one you use at like Lowe's and shit. But I think if I remember, you have to it's been years since I did it, but I think you have to link it to your shit or something. I'm not remember how exactly I did that. But yeah, or login.gov. But you have to be. I think Jessica, you have to be don't you have to still have a CAC card to get login.gov access? But no, it's VA ID should count as real A. I think it does. Pookie. I'm not sure, dude. I don't know. I don't know when it comes to that stuff. I don't even remember. Dude, it's been so long since I set that shit up that I don't remember doing it. Because I used to use, it was one, used to have 4 options to log in, and then they cut it to 2. And I had to link my ID.me to it. And it was a year ago or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to spread too much. I use ID.me to get into it. That's what I use to get into my VA. Shit. I just logged into it. I guess I could. No, I'm not going to, because there's probably personal information on here. I don't want you guys to see, and I don't want to blank it out. I could screen share it, but I don't know that I want to do that. But you do have to do the MFA. They have to send you it texts you a code. You have to set up your text messaging too, so it could text you. I wish I could have an army boyfriend. Why? That sounds dumb. Sorry, Carly. I don't want to get your shit too. I don't want to be mean, but I don't know. We're kind of douchebags. I mean, if that's what you want, I guess. I'm just kidding. Not everyone in the army is a douchebag. It's just a lot of us. But yeah, no. VA. It doesn't count as a real ID. I don't use my. I'm trying to think what I use because I have a VA ID. I don't use it for anything. The only thing I use it. No, I don't even use it for that. I was gonna say I use it for military discount at Shields, but I don't. They verify your identity with login.gov, but I use ID.me because it links with all the other veteran discounts. Yeah. But some of those places too, you have to use that military ID. Some places don't want you I'm thinking of Shields. Shields is a sporting goods place up here, and they have to show a military ID. And I have my retired ID, but I think they'd use I have a VA ID too, but yeah, weaponized autism. Oh my God. So I was watching this show the other night, And I was at work, so I got to watch what I wanted to watch on television, which is rare, to be honest. And they were talking about they're revitalizing one of the model airplane companies is going through a thing, right? Revitalizing and everything, whatever. Well, they have this dude on there, and he was like a train guy or some shit, because they own train companies and shit too. And was talking about how people that like are involved in those kind of hobbies are all autistic. And I was like, huh, yeah, probably. Or on the spectrum. On the spectrum is the term he used, but yeah, probably. Pookie wants an officer girlfriend, right? Yes. VA ID won't get you on a plane. Really? Yeah, you're right, Jessica. You don't need your veteran ID. I can't remember when I signed up. ID.me verifies by enlistment date, name, and birthday. Yeah. William says, I need a VA ID. I use my retired ID for everything. Yeah, I don't know. Do you? Because like I said, I don't. I struggle to think what I use the VA ID card. I struggle because since I have a retired ID, and it does everything that I want to do. Like, it gets me on base. It gets me It gets me my prescriptions at the window. I mean, I can do everything with my retired ID. So I don't do any. God, I'm trying to think what I do with my VA ID. It just hangs in my wallet. Officer girlfriend aren't that impressive, to tell you the truth. Probably. You know what, though? But they probably get paid way better than a fucking PFC does. So there's that. Yeah, where'd that girl go? Where'd the one that she said she wanted an army boyfriend? Get a fucking officer boyfriend at least. I don't know. Officers are boring. They make more money. VA requires ID card now for services or 2 forms of government issued ID. See, and that must be a different. My VA doesn't do that. My VA doesn't do that. When I make my appointments, I either make my appointments at the window, or like they call me and I make appointments, or I do it on the app. I use the app on my phone actually quite a bit. But yeah, warrant officer, that's the best one. Then they go golfing with you during the day. Anyways, my VA just, like, when I go to check in for an appointment, they're just like, what's your name and last four? Your last name and last four. They don't ever check my ID. The only place that actually checks my ID at my local VA is at the pharmacy when you get prescription. But 3/4 of my prescriptions are mailed to me. Yeah, my VA doesn't do that either. And that's not, I mean, like I said, everyone's experience with the VA is different. I will say that everyone's experience with the VA is so different. Like, and I think it's kind of up to like the region and that specific VA facility when it comes down to things like checking IDs or whatever. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in rural South Dakota, right? Most people here don't even lock the doors to their houses or cars. Like, my keys are in my car constantly. If you want to steal my car, just go out and fucking hop in and push a button and go, right? So we're a lot more trusting around here with that stuff. Where I could see if you were in a larger metropolitan area, you probably don't want to be shouting your fucking social security number everywhere, the last 4 of your social. So maybe they're a little bit more stringent on their stuff, or making sure they have the right person. And like I said, and maybe it's different whether you use the emergency department or already have an established you already have a appointment scheduled. Maybe they change it a little bit for that. I would be lying if I were to give you a solid answer either way. So I'm not going to give too many specifics. I know what my experience has been at my local VA. So, hey, getting prescriptions mailed to me from the VA. I have to take the day off work and get home since signature required. Really, Patrick? Because none of mine are signature required. Mine just ended my fucking mailbox. So, I mean, maybe that's just a thing. I don't know. Jobs in my area are the jobs in my area have not kept up. Starting wages have not kept up with the cost of living in my area. In the Northern Black Hills, that is the case. Rapid City's a little bit better. But, yeah, it's kind of tight out here. I like it here, but I would not want to be... There's jobs, but unless you have the desire to live in a pretty shitty place, it's hard to get. Met the VA provider on Wednesday. She was British. She scolded me for cholesterol being high. I felt like I was in bed drinking. Yes. All them bitches, you're getting fat. You're getting... Fucking VA is always like, oh, your cholesterol's too high. Yeah, because I'm fucking old, dude. I'm getting old. Fuck you. At least have a sorry, maybe miss you note on your door, like certified letter, so you just go to the post office and get it. Yeah, but still, like he said, then you still got to get out of work. I don't know why they would do that. They don't require... Maybe it's a different prescription. Maybe it's something that's more of a controlled substance, and that's why they do that, Patrick. I don't know. But I don't have to. Oh, Jessica says, and I overheard the desk personnel asking the veteran. He said that same, I've never had to do this before and had a different experience when I checked in a different desk. They weren't turned away, but the policies are changing hourly, it seems. Yes. I do think that. I wonder if that's not to get in the politics of it, but the federal government, and especially the Department of Veterans Affairs, is in a lot of turmoil and upheaval right now. And so maybe that is why they're doing that. Possibly. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. That's weird. Moose, how shit are we talking? Dude, there's jobs. Starting wages a lot of starting wages here are between 15 and 20. Rent, if you are going to struggle to find a place to rent for under about $1,200 a month. So that's kind of the I mean, not saying you can't make it, but it's tough to start. Probably for opioids. Yeah, and well, then not just opioids, but I wonder, there's a lot of stuff that's, kind of more whatever. Define old. I'm 45 this year, and apparently that mixes my blood pressure and cholesterol. My blood pressure's been high for years. I'm not even blaming it on getting old. All male vets should be on a stat med of some type. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we've earned it. Oh, okay. It worked when they were using USPS, and now they use FedEx. And they don't allow signing the back of the "We've missed you" letter. Okay. See, all my stuff, and this goes back to your experience will vary. Mine comes through USPS. All the stuff that I've gotten, whatever, in the last couple months. Last time I got prescriptions was about a month ago, and they came through USPS. So I get nothing of mine has come through FedEx. So, yeah, Doge. Man, I don't know. I'm torn on this Doge thing. Because I feel like we've all worked for the military. Right? We've all seen there's a lot of waste. There is. And I'm not naive enough to say there's not waste. Okay? But it's not as wanton and rampant as what is being claimed by Doge. And then that fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene today, I give a fucking... Man, those bitches are lucky they're like on television and not like in real life. Because she was going off. She was going off on how fucking, like, fucking federal employees are all suckers and they steal money from the government, blah, blah, blah. All of them are worthless and they don't deserve their jobs. And I was like, holy shit, bitch, you cannot say that because you are a government employee. Well, fuck, shut your mouth. And now, in every fucking job I've ever worked at, there's always people who don't work their hardest. Right? That's just a thing. That's a human trait. Very few people give 120% or 100% all day. Right? So, but I don't know. Are there worthless employees? Absolutely. But you shouldn't go through with a fucking chainsaw or a lightsaber. You should be going through with a scalpel and making those cuts, and have actual fucking accountants going through it, not some fucking computer programmers. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Trial and error to find the most efficient method without pissing off veterans too much. I hope they're collecting the data to standardize care and get rid of the legacy people who are hurting veterans because they don't listen. Oh, is that a Doge thing? Because I feel like the legacy people are the ones that's almost impossible to get rid of. The ones who are tenured, they're not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? They fired all the people in the last that have been hired in the last year. They're still on probation. That were like trying to like help. That were still like helpful and hopeful. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Imagine the savings just by getting rid of the use it or lose it budget, man. Yes, that exactly. All about very and see, okay, and I do think we need to have some VA reform. There is absolutely no reason that it should take 6 months to a year to service a VA claim, right? Or a pension claim, right? VA compensation claim. There's no reason that should take more than about a month. Period. You know what I mean? There is, but I actually think it's the opposite. I think when it comes to the Department of Veteran Affairs, especially the VBA, we'll go to VBA first. So there's 3 different parts of the Veterans Affairs, right? There's VBA, Veterans Benefits. There's VHA, Veterans Health, and then there's the cemetery, National Cemetery part, right? And so, like, the VBA with their VSRs, the service names, right? The people who go through when you file a claim, the people who actually go through your claim, they do have productivity standards, and they are, they have to do so much, right? And so they should be able to do a lot of that stuff more efficiently, right? We need more of them, not less. And do I think that they need to review them? They need to scrutinize that stuff so you don't have inaccurate claims. I agree with that. Just because AI can do a lot of legwork. The problem with AI, in my opinion, on this, and I'm not super tech savvy when it comes to this, but I do know with like a lot of like the hiring AI programs they have, they look for certain keywords, right? So if you just put the right keywords in, your resume gets put to the top, and then you're more likely to get a callback, at least a callback, if not an interview, right? So if we computerize that, how all it's going to take is someone to figure out those keywords, or the person that puts the fuck keywords into it, right? That is going to make that to where it's kind of a workaround in the system. I don't think that I think AI is a very useful tool used the right way. I think it is. And I think that could very much help things like the VA. But, okay. We'll just do sleep apnea claim. Okay. Veteran A has sleep apnea. Okay. Has been, and with their medical evidence, has been diagnosed with OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. Has been prescribed a CPAP machine. Right? That's 50%. Okay. Is it service connected? Now, there's lots of documentation, right, that ties OSA to PTSD. Okay? Turn in that paperwork. Shouldn't even turn the paperwork in. Shouldn't even turn the paperwork in. Right? Okay. You have PTSD, right? You get a letter. Says, oh, yep, veteran has PTSD. Veteran has OSA. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, okay. Yep, there you go, veteran. Here's your percentage. Oh, veteran has leg wound from combat. has this surgery, this surgery, this surgery, goes as comp and pen exam, CMP exam, which I think CMP exam should be done through the VA, not through a third party. You want to save money, do it there. There's a way to save money right there. Don't hire out CMP exams. Do them at the fucking VA. Do them at the VHA. Hire a nurse practitioner or whatever at each VA to fucking do CMP exams. Period. Boom. Done. Bye. See you. And then you do them right there. They know 38 CFR. They can say, yep, okay, he had this surgery on his knee, and his knee has this much flexion and deflection or whatever. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Boop, boop, boop. And he should be awarded this percent. If you actually look at the 38 CFR, which is the rule that governs, the law that governs all of our VA benefits, it's pretty clearly written as to if you have X, Y, and Z, you get 50%. If you have X, Y, if you have A, B, and C, you get 10%. It's pretty clear. And if you're filing a VA claim, you should know what's written in that diagnostics code for whatever you're claiming, whether it's sleep apnea or PTSD. What's the grading criteria between 50% and 70% for PTSD? Or for, okay, I just had a knee replacement. I had a knee replacement in October. I have my follow-up CMP exam next week. Okay. And under diagnosis code 5505, I think it is, that is for knees after replacement. Like, you get 30% is the minimum, right? 60% is the maximum. What's the rating criteria for 60%? It's 30%. Are you talking about the third-party provider where they make you go to when you get your claim evaluated? Yep. You get an exam. You get a comp and pen exam through a third party, and that should be, you want to save money, there's a way to do it right there. Period. I think community care, care in the community is great. It's a great thing because there are certain specialists. There are certain things. Care in the community for urgent care. I can go to urgent care here in my town. I live about 30 miles from the VA, from my local VA facility. I can go to my hospital right here in town, go to the urgent care and get seen, get some fucking prescription, be done like that. That's brilliant. That absolutely should be a thing, right? But then you schedule these CMP exams that take months to get a hold of, and then you get sent to some dude who's just there to make money. He doesn't give a shit about your care. It really even fucking probably goes through your shit. So, El Real Vato Loco. Hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for showing up, man. Hey, we're here every Wednesday. Come back. Enjoy making dinner. Not okay. Yeah, Jessica says you don't have to be a Doge, but similar concept. Not all injuries are documented. When I was medically retired, I had to fight the PEB board and lost. I was a medevac crew chief and worked injured because there was no one to take my place if I was grounded. Many aviators are put in the position when they make you flight on the way out, and they approve CRSC, but that only allows me 60% of my retirement because I don't want to do 20 years. The Major Richard Starr Act needs passed. Absolutely, the Major Richard Starr Act needs passed, 100%. But on top of that, like it makes it, like you said, and this is there's a culture in the military that says once you get hurt, like you gotta fucking be careful with that, right? Or they fucking boot you. I was in the same boat. I got medically retired after 14 years. And the last thing I want to do is get out. But if I would have had a fake fucking leg, if they would have just cut my leg off and gave me a fucking graphite leg, it could have stayed in. That's back in like 2012, man. They were fucking like, they'd have made me a recruiter, put me on a fucking poster or some shit. They didn't give a fuck. But what they've done instead is they medically retired me. And then, so in the same boat, I'm at 90% now. Well, I'm at 10.100, but I'm normally rated at 90%. So I don't even get any of my retirement. I get my CRSC, right? Which is, it's like $11.57 a month. So I get in CRSC, which is not bad. It's better than a fucking kick in the nuts. But yeah, if I'd done my 20 years, I'd get fucking, what, $3,200 from the At my rank, I got a staff sergeant. I get 3,200, whatever, from the Army, and I'd get my fucking money from the VA. But instead, I just get money from the VA and my CRSC, which is not the same amount. I lose probably $2,000 a month for that. But it's whatever. They fucked you out of free dental by not giving you 100. Absolutely, that's stupid too. Ugh. How come your teeth are the only bones that nobody wants to fucking cover? You know what I mean? Like, how come your teeth are the only bones that nobody wants? Because they're outside, so they don't want to take care of those bones. It's the only bones you can see. They don't want to take care of them. Retired of 24 years in 2005. Just received 100 P&T. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how long it takes to get 100%. My fucking buddy got out. My buddy Mark just got his 100%. Oh, like 3-4 months ago. Maybe 6 months ago now. He's been fighting him for like 10 years. It's crazy that it takes 10 years. And then they finally just like, oh, yep, here's all your shit. Hey, motherfucker, where was it? And he's like, you get back paid for it. And they're like, oh, thanks for playing. They don't want to cover my middle bone. Neither does Mrs. Coach. Fucking dental, dude. I just don't understand. I don't understand why fucking dental is so. And it's not just the VA that doesn't want to fucking pay for dental. It's fucking jobs. I mean, how many people have health insurance can't get fucking dental coverage? That sucks, man. I've seen people go out 4 or 5 years ago with 100% from the rip. Yeah. Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy? And it's so weird. And it, like, okay, and I love my buddy Mark. He's one of my best friends. He's my roommate in Iraq. He's a great dude. I love Mark. And he finally got his shit. And it's like, dude, like, I got blowed the fuck up. Like, he just got out. Right? I got blowed the fuck up. And I've been fighting they gave me, I remember when I first got my med board back and they gave me 60. And I was going to, because they originally told me 100. I was going to get 100%. And then when I got my 60% back, they're like, nah, dude, you can fight it if you want. But you're probably going to get 0 if you fight it. I'm like, fuck that. Done. Bye. See ya. And so I had 60% for 10 years or better. And then I started working at the county and I was working for the VSO. He was actually technically my boss. And he's like, no, dude, you should have at least this and this and this and this and this and da 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 da. And next thing I know, he's writing me shit up and I got to 90. And when one of my knee replacement stuff comes back, I'll probably have 100, but still, it's a fucking pain in the dick. It shouldn't be this hard, right? When you're this fucked up, and this is the disparity. This is what I don't understand. Okay, there are people fighting for a pittance, right? And then they're like, and then you get some fucking politician is like, oh no, it's fucking veterans. They get, we'll go to the veteran VA, fucking money, blah, blah, blah. And fuck you. Everybody wants to call on the vets when it's time to fucking get reelected. When it's time to fucking stand up there and get elected, they all want to go, oh, I'm a best friend of the vets. I want to hire all these veterans to do all these veteran stuff and vets and all the fucking vets are my buddies. And then they want to go through and fucking gut the federal government and like, what was like 60% of federal employees are veterans? Like, nah, fuck them. I don't need them. VA costs too much money. We need to fucking gut the VA. Oh, okay. Social Security too expensive. Oh, why don't we quit giving fucking oil companies fucking billions of dollars of fucking tax breaks? Why don't we quit doing that? Why don't we quit giving government contracts to fucking Elon Musk? Subsidizing his shit. Motherfucker paid 0% taxes last year. 0%. But the VA is the one that's cost their own money, right? It's the veterans. It's the dudes who fucking went overseas that fucking, it costing the government too much money. Better doge the shit out of them. Yeah. My dental coverage was like $1,000 a year. That fuck was supposed to do with that? Yeah, right? Fuck that. I pay. Oh yeah, probably. I guess we have to put it down that way. I'm trying to think. So I have a big family too, and I pay like $280 something a month for my vision and dental on top of my fucking TRICARE for life or whatever, but still. Yes, this is Insomniac James has the best comment right here. I'm pointing at it even though you guys can't see my computer screen. And if you can't, I'm going to read it out loud. Cuz I wholeheartedly agree with this. I'd trade my 100% in a heartbeat just for one normal day. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. How about Doge looking in the Army food money has never used? Fucking right, Keith? Fuck yeah. They don't give a shit about that, though. They don't give a shit about that because that's one of their buddies that made a fuck ton of money off of us. Right? It's the same fucking type of people that fucking talk about all that shit and then they got blackmailed in the fucking barracks. Take your fucking BAH away to go live in the fucking barracks or go live in fucking on-base housing and it's all fucked. But some rich motherfucker got a contract to maintain the barracks. Yep. Same fucking shit. Same shit with the fucking chow hall. Fucking just have cooks. Get back to having cooks in the fucking defect. Actual fucking cooks. Isn't that still an MOS? Fucking cooks? If not, it should be. Get back to that shit. And fucking get rid of all, like, that's the shit. When we talk about waste, fraud, waste, and abuse in the federal government, that's where it's at. But they'll never fucking touch that. They will never, ever, ever penalize those companies that take millions of dollars away from the troops. They take the money out of their fucking paycheck and then don't provide a service to the troops. Those motherfuckers will never, ever, ever pay for that. They will never be penalized in the least for it. Because some fucking trooper's going fucking hungry. But God forbid his fucking soldier try to get, after he gets blown up in fucking Iraq or Afghanistan or has a fucking helicopter crash or breaks his back on a fucking jump or gets run over in the fucking motor pool or whatever it is. Those motherfuckers, oh, well, they're sucking off the government's teat. The fucking, all of them dudes are working from home and they're not fucking doing nothing. They're just collecting a check. First off, even if all they're doing is collecting a check, it's what, 45 grand a year? And those dudes, even if they go golfing every fucking day, 45 grand a year. And they don't. They have quotas they have to make. So don't get it. Oh, them fucking lazy ass. Nope. I know. I have buddies of mine who are VSRs, and I know what they fucking got to go through. Or what they did anyway. I don't know now since the fucking Department of Veterans Affairs is going fucking crazy. I don't know what they do or what they don't do. But I do know last year they had quotas they had to make. They had to do so much, and they had to be logged in their computer and doing all this shit, right? So don't fucking bullshit me, okay? Now, those fucking dudes just told, what was it, like $111 million, something like that? Wasn't it $111 million? They just fucking jacked from fucking soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines for fucking chow hall shit. I gotta go shopping. Have a great stream. Hey, thanks, James. Thanks for being here, buddy. They teach us to never leave a comment. They teach us to never leave a fallen comma and then just berate us. Yeah, absolutely, Jessica. 100%. 100% they do that shit. It's all our fucking fault. Fucking veterans are fucking us over. Yep, that's what it is. Yep. If we were so fucking rich, if we were also fucking rich, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit. We'd just be rich. But it ain't that. It ain't that one bit. It ain't that fucking homeless veteran that's living under a fucking bridge. He ain't the one making the fucking government go broke. You can fucking have Elon Musk. That's so yeah. Blame it on us. Blame it on the veterans. That's what it is. It's all the veterans' fault. And you know the shitty part about it? You know the really shitty part about it? It's how many veterans fucking voted Republican. They voted for Trump. And then this is how we fucking get treated. That's the shit part. That's the absolute shit part. Is we are the ones overwhelmingly who voted for that. Maybe we get everyone deserve. I don't fucking know. Even sons of veterans who never served themselves have berated me. Why am I staying away from home? Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Jessica. I really am. I really am. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't think that any of us... I don't know how to say this without sounding bad. Okay? All of us who served. Yeah, the trash takes itself off. I fucking hope so. All of us who served. Very few people, okay, have the exact same experience serving in the military as somebody else. Okay? We've all walked the same kind of path, right? But like even in your unit, okay, there are people who are more or less affected by what happens to them. There are people even within the same unit who went on different patrols than other people, or did this mission that other people didn't do, or whatever it is, right? Everyone's experience varies. Okay. Very few people have the exact shared experience in the military. Okay. Maybe you'll have a handful of brothers and sisters that were in the same truck as you when you got blown up, or in the same bird as you when it crashed, or in the same motor pool that got mortared, or whatever the fuck it is. Okay. You'll have a shared experience, but for the most part, our experiences may not be completely shared, but they're relatable, right? You guys didn't serve with me, I didn't serve with you, but we've all seen the same shit, right? Does that make sense? Like, so that's why we need to take care of each other. And when we see these people that haven't spent a day of their life in a fucking uniform, telling us how we should act or react or feel, what fucking right do they have? What right does somebody who's never worn a uniform have to tell me how I should feel about my experience? Or you or anyone else? Yeah, trauma bonding is the glue that keeps us close. Absolutely. It keeps us close, Phil. But what the fuck did that do to someone like a Cash Patel? You're observed. What does he know? I should be telling me if I make too much money from my fucking VA disability. Right? I wouldn't throw J.D. Vance in that fucking bus. Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps, but he's a combat cameraman. What did he do? You know what I mean? Fuck that. I have a little bit of fucking feel for like Pete Hegseth. At least he was infantry, and at least he fucking deployed. But as a captain in the National Guard, I don't think he should be SecDev. That's me. Even as a major captain, whatever, in the fucking National Guard. That you replaced a decorated 4-star general as SecDev with a National Guard captain or major who has a long history of substance abuse. You know what I mean? Like that's a pretty big leap. And then have the audacity to call the 4-star general a DEI hire simply because he's black. That's fucking done, dude. Secretary of the Army did like 3.5 years and finished in 02. Yeah. Yeah. Grunt. Hey, watch this. Combat camera. Oh, yeah, that'll be a magazine cover. Fuck yeah. And like I said, he had his service. I'm not even trying to belittle his service. I mean, I am. I am a little bit because, and it doesn't matter. If that was my buddy, if that was one of my bros, right? If that's some dude I went to Marine Corps boot camp, he went to Marine Corps boot camp. He's still a fucking Marine, right? But if he was in my platoon at fucking basic training at boot camp, we'd have riled his shit for being a fucking whatever, I don't know, 95-12 fucking combat cameraman. Like, what were you fucking trying to be in Full Metal Jacket? Like, you know what I mean? Fuck. Yeah, just let them go. We fought for that right. Just smile, nod, and protect yourself. That's the problem, though. These are the dudes who have the power to pull that shit. That's the problem. Not everyone with substance abuse issues is a bad person. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But that also maybe should be a consideration to be the Secretary of Defense. That's a big one. And that's tough, man. That's tough. And here's the deal. Like I said, I don't even give a shit. Like, those dudes are going to do what those dudes do. Period. So, I mean, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I just think that as we go through this process over the next however many years, that us as veterans have to look out for each other because no one's going to look out for us. Period. Nobody's going to look out for us. We have to look out for each other. We have to look out for ourselves. Because nobody other than our brothers and sisters in arms are going to take care of us. Period. So, as we go through these processes, right? As we go through the downsizing of the VA, as we go through the villainization of government officials, like, they're more worried about keeping their fucking heads than about what happens to me or you or anybody else. They don't give a shit. I don't know. I'm going crazy in the chats. Tim Kennedy for SecDef? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I think Secretary of Defense, same as Chairman and Joint Chiefs of Staff, should be a 4-star general or an admiral. Pick one. You have to be able to manage the fucking bureaucracy nightmare that is the Department of Defense. And being a television host or a podcaster or whatever, I like Tim Kennedy. I follow him on social media. I agree with a lot of stuff that he says. He's a big Kash Patel fucking chode smoker. I don't like Kash Patel at all. But that's his prerogative. I just don't think the Secretary of Defense, like, is a big job. Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff's a big job. Those should be handled by people with a certain amount of experience. And I feel like in the last couple months, a lot of people with a lot of experience, and this is not just Mark Milley, it's not all those dudes. But it just feels like the new administration is screaming meritocracy, right? We're only going to hire on merit. We're going to keep people around on merit. We're going to promote for merit. Okay, that's cool. Then do that. That's my thought process on it. And just because, this is what pisses me off too. Just because somebody is brown or black doesn't mean they're not qualified for a fucking position. Just because they are a person of color or a woman does not mean that they are not qualified for that position. You don't have to be a white male to be qualified for any position. Period. Period. That's me. I believe that qualifications are not determined by your race, religion, anything like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear in that administration. How do I feel about Tulsi Gabbard? I think she's okay. Hold on a second. Let me back up with Tulsi Gabbard. This whole administration 3 years ago. Okay, we all watched. The world watched. Okay, not just this country, not just me. The whole world watched Russian tanks, Russian aircraft, and Russian paratroopers fucking invading Ukraine. We all watched it happen, right? We all sat here and watched it. I'm going to pull up thousands of hours of video of Russian tanks rolling across fucking Ukraine. Right? And to now be like, we're not sure who started it. Oh, we're not sure who started it? Really? We're not sure. Now, do I think that we should, as a country, give lectures on invading other countries? Absolutely fucking not. I understand that. We have not been the most we've done our share of invading. Right? We've done our fair share of invading. And maybe not the most well-researched reasons. I'll say that. That's me. I think, you know, I fought in Afghanistan, I fought in Iraq, both. Was there a reason for us to invade Iraq? Like, let's be honest about it. Should the United States have invaded Iraq? Just think about that for a minute. But we did. So who are we to judge? Russia, maybe? But don't fucking say that didn't happen. Because we all watched it happen. And if Tulsi Gabbard or fucking President Trump or anybody in that organization wants to say, well, I don't know if that happened. Motherfucker, you want to pull up YouTube? You want me to pull up fucking their media? When Russia says, well, we did that. Yeah. I don't know, dude. The WMDs went to Syria, all that VX nerve gas. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, Phil, if that happened. Because, you know, they did use... We you know, what they... Oh, was it Aleppo, where they fucking gassed their own civilians? Yeah. Can we not agree with anyone who says it was Ukraine who started it? I don't know, dude. It makes it hard to fucking... I don't know who would say Ukraine... Who says Ukraine started it? Even the Russians are like, yeah, we invaded Kuwait. We invaded Ukraine because of this. You can say that. You know what I mean? If that's what you so firmly believe, if you believe the narrative that Ukraine was trying to seek NATO membership and that caused Russia to invade. I mean, it's not really Russia's right to tell Ukraine whether they can or can't join NATO or any other alliance, period. We can't tell Canada what they can and can't do because they're a sovereign country, right? We're trying to. But here's the deal. Us as a superpower have influenced elections and influenced things across the globe. We have. We've invaded countries like Grenada, Panama, because we didn't like the routes they were taking. We've done that. we're pretty bad. Fucking, it's hard as if you look at collectively the stuff that we've done as a country. If you look at some of that stuff that we've done as a country, it's kind of hard to like take the moral high ground on that. Yeah, did we tell Mexico to play 10,000 troops at the border? Yeah, we did. Yeah, Cuba. Yeah, we've invaded Panama and Grenada and Cuba. Fuck yeah, we've done that. We've done all these things. And so it's hard for us to have that moral high ground, right? It's hard for us to say we're better than you. I'm not saying, and I think that is in fairness of transparency that we've made a lot of mistakes, and we deserve the backlash that we've gotten for that. But that does not make it okay for Russia to invade Ukraine. The biggest mistake Ukraine ever made was to give up their nuclear weapons. But it's whatever. Because that would have been horrible. Have a nuclear exchange in Europe. But I don't know. Oh, Musa, you did research about the Spanish War? Which one? Spanish-American War? Haiti will be next. Ooh, do you think we're going to invade Haiti? That's not even on the radar. I thought we were going to go to Panama next or Greenland. I thought that's where we're going. I don't know. Always leave things better. Yeah, we should. Yeah, the Spanish-American War is fucked up too. The battleship Maine just blew up in Havana, and all of a sudden we just fucking go to war with like half the world. Yeah. Because our ship blew up on its own. Yeah. I don't know. Taiwan? Oof. Here's the deal. Of all the potential conflicts in the world, it makes me struggle. I struggle to think that China is actually going to invade Taiwan. I think China's going to do something along the lines of influence it, like in their elections. They're going to try to rig the elections. I think that's what's going to happen in Taiwan. Yeah, that is how we got Guam. Yeah, the Spanish-American War. That's how we got Guam. So we got the Philippines too, and somewhere else, some other islands specific. We actually got quite a bit of Spanish-American War. Like I said, it's not really our. Now, with the hindsight of history, right now we can look back on it. We were the whole world was very imperialistic back then, though. You had to put it in that context too. The whole world was very imperialistic, and we wanted a piece of that pie, and we were just late to the show. We couldn't get like an India, like the British had, or Indochina like the French, or all of Africa like the French and the Germans. So we had to take what we could get, and we got Cuba and the Philippines and some other little islands. That's all it wasn't claimed by our buddies. They sent us to be sacrificed for their profit. It's time for us to stand for all those who can't. Absolutely. And those same companies and those same bureaucrats and those same politicians are the ones who are now hanging us out to dry. We're just as big a colonizer, colonialist as the British were. We sure tried. Yeah, we got Puerto Rico too. Yeah, that's right, Quinn. The Native Americans still call the USA imperialist. Absolutely. I live in South Dakota, buddy. I'm curious. I wonder now the population percentage of Native Americans versus Caucasians in South Dakota. I'm curious now about that. We have a very large Native American population here, and yeah. They not a fan. They're not a fan of the federal government at all, and I don't blame them. I do not blame them, especially in South Dakota, because you know what I mean. It's a 2-hour drive to Little Bighorn. It is hour and a half drive for me to get to like the Rosebud Reservation, which is like one of the poorest counties in the country. Like the Lakota Sioux here are some of the poorest Native American tribes in the country. And they do not like white Americans at all, and I don't fucking blame them. So, yeah. Whew. Yeah. We were very imperialistic, especially when it came to the conquering of the Native American and the Native people. China will try to push in. I think that's where China's been the whole time. China has been raring to go to get into Western Russia. And I think China's just letting Ukraine fucking trying to like just first off, we quickly found out that the Russian military was a paper tiger. Quickly found that out. And so the Chinese are just fucking chomping at the bit. And here's the deal. The Chinese would much rather take Western Siberia that has oil fields and all that. They would much rather have that and those ports up and down the fucking Russian east coast, the east coast of Russia. They'd much rather have that part than Taiwan. Yeah, Russia did invade Ukraine. Yeah, we all saw it. Chase Iron Eyes. I don't know who that is. I want to check now. Who is Chase Iron Eyes? I'm going to Google it. Chase Iron Eyes, American activist. Yeah, Oglala Sioux. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's up here. North Dakota, South Dakota. He went to UND. He's in the House for North Dakota at-large congressional district. Yeah. So he's in North Dakota, but yeah, the Lakota, Nakota, Dakota, and like they're all Oglala Sioux. Ogallala. I'm not great at pronouncing it, but yeah, he's okay. Center of the American West. Yeah, okay, cool. He was raised on Standing Rock. Yeah, Standing Rock, South Dakota. Cool. Yeah. War is failure of diplomacy, or war is diplomacy by other means. Yeah. He did a sweat lodge with RFK, huh? The VA here does sweat lodges. The VA inserted in sweat lodges. They're trying to get me to do it for a minute, and I was like, I'm already fat and sweaty enough. I don't need to go to a sweat lodge. Anyway. Yeah, you're right, Musa. Absolutely. War is the most wasteful human activity there is. 100%. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Oh, I got close enough. Thanks. I try. But and this is that I really wish. So when I went to college, I was a history major, and I majored in Western like expansion. That was the part of history that I was specializing in. And there's a lot of Native American courses that are assigned to that, and so there's a lot of Native Americans here, so you can get like personal stories of how to this day the activities of 150 years ago, how they directly affect those people today. And it's a sad chapter in our history that very few people talk about, like the relocation of the Native American tribes, both to reservations and then like basically stealing their kids and putting them in schools, in white schools. Like it's just a heartbreaking story. And then you know it's even to this day, how much it affects the people. And we go around like nothing's fucking wrong. That's shitty. Yeah, the Trail of Tears. Yeah, that's bad, man. What's up, Corey? I'm good, buddy. Sorry you've been working. It's good you've been working, hopefully. So, and the crazy part about this Trail of Tears, Musa, is there's so many more stories that are attached onto that. That one just grabbed the attention. But yeah, there's so much pain and so much the eradication. Like the killing of their whole culture, really, and their people at the same time. It's just it's heartbreaking. That was a genocide on terms few others have seen in history. I don't know. But I will say that the native people have done an amazing job of continuing their culture, especially up here. Like, they still teach their native Lakota language to their children. And like they still, like, through some of those people, that's the whole reason that language survives is a handful, just a small handful of people that kept it going, and now it's starting to flourish again. My region has some Choctaw still, but they aren't given consideration as a tribal element. Why is that? Why is that, Quinn? Why are they not recognized as a tribe? We were only 2 generations removed from the tail end of that genocide. Yeah. Yeah, Keith, isn't that crazy when we think about that? Like, I've been in the Battle of Washita and many other Native American landmarks. It's a significant culture. Yeah. Yeah. Come up here, Corey, and you can see, like, like out on Rosebud, like, there's just so many, like, fucking, all these little, like, not even, like, battles, really, because a battle has 2 sides. These were just massacres. The current administration is trying to say that they are not natives to this country because they belong to the tribes outside of the main tribe and reservation. Huh. Okay. We have places in South Orland Pyramid. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, those the mounds. I grew up in Iowa, and there's a bunch of mounds there in Iowa, and they're just crazy to see. And Illinois too. There's a lot of mounds in Illinois. Yeah, they're crazy. Love them. Oh shit! I did it. There we go. But I'm gonna wrap things up. It's been kind of sad tonight. I don't want to be sad. I want all of us to be together and do cool things. Part of the 14th Amendment arguments are coming in play aside from illegal immigration. Oh, trying to say that Native Americans, even though they're born on tribal land, that they're not born in America? Huh. I'm from Wisconsin, but every 8th class spent a week at Whistling State Park, being immersed in Native American culture with the tribes that were in our area and slept by the mountains. That's cool. Did they have like longhouses and stuff for you to stay in? Huh, that's crazy. The Choctaw have a reservation and a casino in my county in Mississippi. They are self-governed and policed. And see, yeah, so what was explained to me, the reservation land, is kind of like a military base, where it's like located in the U.S., but it's not part of a state or whatever. Like, they're kind of a sovereign nation. And so here, like, we've got 3 big reservations here, and they, cabins, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, but here they have what's that called? We have the reservations are like, well, Rosebud's one of them. What are the other two? I don't remember now. I'm bad. I have some Tunica Indian in my family. In the past, my nephews are half Choctaw. How crazy. But anyway, I kind of dated a girl from the reservation one time, and she was trying to explain to me how the rules work. And it's fucking crazy. We did TP in Prairie du Chien at the Rendezvous every Father's Day weekend. Yeah. Rendezvous are cool. Rendezvous are cool. Here they have, like I said, since we have such a large native population out here, they do a lot of like the dances and stuff like that, and it's pretty neat to see. It's kind of weird being the only white dude there. Come on, it's kind of weird, but it's whatever. It's so cool to see. I don't. We're having a good conversation, but I gotta get up. I'm sorry. My legs going numb on me, so I gotta get up. But so let's start wrapping things up here. I do appreciate it. We need to keep these going on next week. I grew up thinking I was Native American, but I've tested myself and I'm not Native American, but my results are interesting. That is cool. Huh. It's amazing how similar the Native American languages sound like Aramaic. Huh. I didn't know that. No, I appreciate you guys being here. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I really do. Let's do some closing down. Because I gotta, my leg's like asleep and on fire, so I need to get up. So tonight you've been listening to me here Radar at the Smoke Pit. We're here every Wednesday. Come back. We'll continue this conversation next week. And then I think TZ will be back next week. I'm not sure. I might have one more week without her. Find out. Tomorrow is Sergeant's Time with Ice and Spanky. They'll be doing all things sergeanting, big Army, National Guard, reserves, all that. Talking about some stuff affecting the military. It'd be good to see them. Friday night is a Donza Day. Friday and Saturday are Donza Days, days of no Spanky activities. We will be hanging out with our family and friends and encourage you to do the same. Saturday is the sports bar with King Smith and Coach. They were here earlier. They will be hanging out, talking about sportsing stuff. Maybe do some NCAA and NBA basketball stuff. Getting close to March Madness. I'm sure they'll be discuss some of that. Monday night is Friday will have FTX this week. Okay, so Friday night they'll have FTX. So hang out for that. Monday is the Monday edition, aptly named because it's the edition that happens every Monday. Ice will be here talking about some current event stuff, bringing up some cool shit. At least CQ said we had FTX. Yeah, and they're doing a lot more. I feel like they're supposed to be doing it every other week now, but I think sometimes they do it every week. I don't know. They don't really have a schedule. So I don't really get it. I'm bad. I'm bad at my job. That's fine. See, speaking of CQ, he's on Tuesday with Pop Culture Warrior, talking all things with some pop culture-y stuff. Imagine they'll be talking. I feel bad because I haven't seen the new Captain America movie. I know he's probably talked about that last week. I haven't had a chance to see it. So I need to go watch it. It's every other Friday. It's on payday. Okay, tight. On my pay weeks. So tight. Yeah, because my paydays is Friday too. That'd be easy for me to remember. If he's doing it every payday Friday. All right, tight. And then you'll be back next week with me. CQ's on Tuesday, and I'm on next Wednesday. So I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I really do. We had a great talk, and I want to continue it. I can't sit in this chair anymore. My legs like dying. So, but I love you guys. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so very much for coming out tonight, and I will see you guys next week. He said it was trash. This exact same time, Keith Miller said the new Captain America movie was good. Phil said it was trash. Like at the exact same time those popped up. So I imagine it's probably okay. I don't think it's probably like the best Marvel one, but I don't think it's probably great. I think it's probably all right. He said it was a lecture about how Captain America didn't really represent America. Well, okay. I think I honestly I really liked the Falcon and Winter Soldier miniseries they did. So I was hoping to be kind of a continuation of that and be good. I hope it's good. I don't want it to be garbage. Please not be garbage. Be okay. Anyway, I really do appreciate you guys being here tonight. Thank you so very much for being here. And I'm going to send you guys out with Southeastern Sun from Turnpike Troubadours and a little snippet from Kaz. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Shots.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Well, I guess I was born with a gun in my hand. We'd walk the big clear cuts in the pine timberland. Well, the army man told me that I could defend the free. Oh, and draw me a paycheck and get a tech school degree. I said, hey now, Sergeant, that sure does sound fine. Well, the sawmill ain't hiring. Tell me, where do I sign? Won't you light a lantern for me? I'll be gone, but not long. Won't you keep a candle burning? Won't you leave the porch light on? Well, my hands are still steady, and they still hold a gun. And this is the suit of a soldier for your southeastern sun. Well, tell Mom not to worry, if she's taking it hard. Never thought I'd see action back when I joined the Guard. Well,